Namaste. Let's go ahead and get started into our practice. We're going to get started today in child's pose. So with your knees wide and your toes touching, just go ahead and sit back in your hips. Your hands can reach towards the front of your mat. Allow your head to touch the mat. Allow yourself just to start to release from the day, closing your eyes, concentrating on your breath. Begin to inhale through your nose and take a deep breath in and fully exhale, squeezing your belly, releasing all the air. Take a couple more breaths on your own and just feel your body getting heavier, sinking into your mat. Feel your fingers pressing into the mat. Feel the tops of your feet. Feel your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, reach your left hand towards the right side of your mat, opening up your hands and your side body. Inhale, feel the space in your chest and your side stretch. Exhale, sink deeper into your hips. Feel the heaviness of your body pulling you down. Take another breath there. And as you exhale, go ahead and come back through center and reach your right hand to the left side of your mat, to the other side. Take a deep breath in. Really feeling your breath, feeling the content of your breath, feeling the warmth, the cooling of your breath. Take one more breath here. And as you exhale, come back through center. Before we get started, I encourage you to set an intention for your class. Dedication, a focus, a mental affirmation for yourself. Also recommend that you move with your breath today. If anything doesn't feel good, don't hurt yourself. This is yoga. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be straining. Let's go ahead and get started. If you want to push, rise up to tabletop. So your knees are underneath your hips. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your belly is tucked to your spine. Take a block and put it in between your legs. Go ahead and activate your inner thighs and your core. And let's just start with a warm up of the wrists. So you can either turn your wrists to face you, twisting them, or if you like, you can also put the tops of your palms onto the mat. This is a little more intense, so if it's not comfortable for you, it is easier to walk your hands a little closer to your body. That relieves some of the sensation. You can also lean back into your legs, into your back half, and that will also alleviate some of the sensation if it's too much. But we're just going to slowly warm up the wrists, warm up our hands. You may want to put some hip circle movement into your breath work. So as you inhale slowly, exhale. Just taking some time to warm up the body. When you're done with your wrists, you can clench your fists into or put your palms down. And we're going to move into a little cat-cow. So as you inhale, your belly is dropping, your gaze is going up and forward, your shoulders are down and back, and as you exhale, round your back, tuck your tail, drop your gaze, and begin to keep that movement with your breath, moving at your own pace. By squeezing the block in your inner thighs, you are activating your core, you're engaging your mula bandha, and you're protecting your lower body as you begin to warm up your core for today's class. Let's do 2 more. Squeezing the air out as you round, slowly pulling the shoulders down and back as your belly drops. Meet back in a neutral spine, neutral tabletop. Remove the block from beneath your legs. Let's kick back the right foot with your toes down, but your heel is up, and just activate that right thigh and right leg. On your next inhale, if you'd like to step it up a bit, float your left hand up and your right leg up. As you inhale, hold it at the top. Loop your shoulder down and back, squeeze your thigh towards your midline, and then begin to flow with raising and lowering your hands and your feet with your breath. Inhale, float up. Exhale, tap the bottom. Inhale, up. Moving very slow. This is going to engage your cross-body dynamics. So it's telling your whole body to be prepared. Slowly warming up the posterior chain. Let's switch to the other side. So with your left foot back, toes are down, heel is up, active in the thigh. Pull your belly towards your spine. Inhale, your right hand lifts. Exhale, lower. Inhale, foot and hand are lifted. Exhale, lower. Move with your breath at your own pace. Let's do a couple more of these together. One more. Inhale, lowering back down. Let's meet back in tabletop. All right. So let's push both feet back and lower down through a high plank to low plank. We're gonna meet on our bellies. Untuck your toes. Your feet are going to be firmly pressing into the ground as we set up for Cobra. So your shoulders are down and back. Your elbows are hugged in towards your chest. Your hands drop to where your forearms are right in front of your shoulders, in front of your gaze. As you exhale, sink down deep into your mat and feel your hips, your thighs, your feet all come together as one, and press down and activate as you inhale. Just feel your core, your body grounding down, allowing your upper body to feel lighter, a little more length in your spine, and that's what we're going to move towards in Cobra. So at your end of your breath cycle, pull your belly towards your spine, ground down into your pelvic floor, and allow your upper body and your torso to come off the ground. Maybe your chest comes up, lower down. Now if that was tough for you, you can stay there. We're gonna slightly start to increase the level of the reach on our hands. So grounding down each time, inhale, rising up. You do not want to feel pain in your lower back. If you do, go ahead and exit from such an intense back bend. And be sure you're pressing down with your tops of your feet and your hands into the ground. One more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down. Just allowing yourself to feel how your body is responding to the warm-up. Take one breath in, one breath out. Go ahead and tuck your toes, push your hands underneath your shoulders, press up through a down dog, come back to down dog. Lift your right heel towards the sky. So three-legged dog, Akapada. And as you exhale, bring your right knee to the outside of your mat and your left foot in your right foot, so you're towards your left hand. We're gonna set up for pigeon. So now your left leg is now your kickstand. Also pushing down into the ground, very firm and active in your lower body, allowing your torso to grow long and tall. You may want to get a block, put it underneath your right hip, and
For this pigeon, I'm going to stay sitting up with a slight back bend to activate my front lines and stimulate atta. So your torso and your hips are square. Your tailbone is tucked. You're finding length and extension as you also ground down into your lower body. There's not too much weight in your hands, but just feeling yourself active. Take a big breath in. Take a breath out. Let's come out. Remove the block if you have one. So we're going to tuck our left foot down. Pressing into your hands are going to come off your knee. Kick back into three-legged dog, Akapada. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, squeeze your belly to spine, but bring your front leg through, and we're gonna set up for Warrior One. So, grounding down through your left foot, the outside edge of your toes can be at a 45-degree angle. If you want to square your hips towards the front of the room, you may want to lift your ankle off the ground, pivot on your foot. Allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to sink into the posture. Your knee is over the ankle. You're supporting yourself. Your hands are floating up, floating to the side for goalposts. Your hands can be behind your back, whatever is comfortable for you. Warrior One is building balance and strength in your and also agility and flexibility all at the same time. As you exhale, bring your hands to the front. Inhale, open towards the side of the room with your hands crossing over your chest. Exhale, sink into Warrior Two. Not much change in your feet. You're still pressing down actively through your four corners of your feet. Your thighs are engaged. Your right thigh and your left chest are moving away from each other. Their shoulders are down and back. Your tailbone is tucked. You're active in your core. And as you inhale, reach forward, look forward, exhale, bring the elbow down towards the right knee. Bring your left hand over you with an extended side angle, long in your spine, active in your torso, not dumping into your front hand. You really should be able to lift that hand off your leg for a little more challenge if you like. I'm gonna stay there for a minute. When you're ready to come out, raise that left hand up, and as if somebody is picking you up to the ground, come back to Warrior Two. Loop that hand forward, pivot on the toes, set up for frame your foot, come back through your vinyasa, and let's meet in down dog. Down dog. Now we're going to do the other side. Left foot rises. As you exhale, bring your left knee to the outside of your left hand and your left foot onto the right hand side for pigeon. Use the block to support your hips, keeping your hips even and balanced. Oh, your hips are square. You're finding length in the crown of your head. Pushing down, grounding down through the top of your right foot is very active into your mat. Take a couple breaths here. Opening up our hips. At the end of your breath, go ahead and remove the block. Untuck your toe, lift your right knee off the ground. Press back into Akapada, three-legged dog. Stay there for one breath in. As you exhale, bring your foot through, set up for warrior one on the left side. Left foot is under, knee over the ankle. You choose what's happening with the back of your right foot. Exhale, your hands forward. Inhale, back foot drops down, pivot, and now we're in warrior two. Actively pressing into the ground with our feet, feeling our toes. Gaze is forward, shoulders are down and back. As you inhale, find space, find length, and as you exhale, sink deeper into warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. At your next inhale, reach forward, exhale, drop the elbow, coming onto your extended side angle, length, space, very active in your toes, grounding you down, very active in your core. On your next exhale, bring the hand back up towards the ceiling. As you inhale, feel like someone's pulling your hand up. Come back to warrior two. Loop that hand back as you twist your foot, framing the foot in the front. Let's come back through that chaturanga, vinyasa, through up dog. Coming back into down dog. Bending your hips high. As you inhale, as you exhale, bend your knees, look forward, walk, step, or float to the front of your mat, and we'll meet in a forward fold. Pulling your belly to your spine, come up to halfway for a flat back. Stay here for a moment. Shoulders are down and back. There's lots of length in your crown. Your hands can be on your torso. Your hands can be out like an airplane, prayer hands. We're gonna stay here for just a moment, finding space in our back, very active in our core, grounding down, again through Mula Bandha. And falling into forward fold. Forward fold, your head is hanging heavy. You can grab each of your elbows, maybe swaying side to side for ragdoll. Move at your breath, move at your pace. When your head is beneath your heart, you're reversing the strength of gravity, reversing a little bit of the flow of your circulation. You're impacting your circulation flow, clearing your mind, calming your head. When you're ready, walk your hands to your thighs, come up for about halfway, and exhale, come all the way up standing. We'll start with Tadasana, mountain pose. So again, I have the block in between my thighs, allowing me to activate my thighs, push my hips down, keep my core active, while I am growing tall in my spine and through the crown of my head on each inhale. Shoulders loop down and back as I exhale. Your pelvis comes under your chest. Shoulders down and back, away from the ears. Inhale. On your next inhale, allow your hands to come to rise overhead. Exhale, pull your shoulders down and back. Inhale, reach your left hand towards the right of your wall. You can grab the wrist grab your arm by the wrist like a bracelet. Your right hand can come to the side. The most important part is your shoulders are down and back. and you're reaching away actively from your left hip, finding space, still active in your lower body and your. As you inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, take the right hand to the left, rising in your rib cage as you inhale, feeling your body grow heavier in your lower body with each exhale, opening up your side body. Inhale, coming back up through north-south position. Exhale, bring your hands down, slowly rotating your wrist, and then when you're about at shoulder length, turn them the other way. You can remove that block. We're going to set up for a Nivritasana by staying active in our lower body, putting your hands on your hips, either in a balled fist or for more support, holding your hips. As you're pressing down into your thighs, your glutes have a little bit of activation, soft knees, shoulders down and back. Inhale, find space in your chest. Exhale, move your heart, lift your heart, allow your head to drop behind you. Exhale, come forward, let it all go, just hang heavy for a moment. All right, real quick. Now we're gonna set up for triangle. Take your right foot, step it behind you. With your right foot perpendicular to your mat, your left foot is forward, very actively pressing down through the four corners of your feet, growing tall in your spine, feeling length in your torso, bringing your arms to your side, gazes forward. As you inhale, pulling your belly towards your spine, reaching forward, finding length. Exhale, hinge forward, come to a block, come to your thigh, to the inside of your thigh. Just very active in your core as you're finding a hip opening stretch. Your right hip is coming forward towards your left hip. Lots of length, lots of activity going on. Let's stay here for a few moments. When you're ready to come out, on your next inhale, look towards your hand. Again, feel like someone is pulling your hand, raising you up. Come back down, hands on your hips. Left foot turns to the center of the mat. Power lunge into your back foot. It brings you in a step forward to the front of the mat. Rotate, let's do the other side. Left foot back. Left foot is turned perpendicular, right foot forward. Pressing down into our feet, grounding through our thighs. Very active, but you can also keep a soft knee. Float your hands up as you inhale, reach forward, exhale, hinge. Allow the body to maintain strength in your low body and light buoyancy in your upper torso. Come up when you're done, pressing through your foot, rising slowly. Lower your hands. Your right foot turns towards the center of your mat. You lean into your left foot and step forward with a little micro bend in the front. Surya Namaskar A. So we'll start with hands in a gratitude position. Inhale, hands up, the slight back bend. Exhale, slowly belly to spine, lengthen your posture, slowly come down. forward fold. Inhale, half back, half lift up. Exhale, hands down, feet back, lower from high to low plank. Toes tuck for up dog, cobra. Hips rise as you press back into down dog. And let's go ahead and lower down on our knees. Come back to child's pose. So you're here already once. Your knees can be, again, knees are wide, toes are touching. You can keep your knees together. You don't have to put your hands on the front of your mat. You can bring them to the sides of your body. Just get in touch with your breath. Get in touch with your intention. See how your body's feeling. We're going to move down to the floor now. So when you're done, hands underneath your shoulders, slightly press up and back. Lean towards your side, move your feet in front of you. Let's set up for bound angle. Removing the flesh from your sit bones, actively tall, pressing down to the ground underneath you. Feet can either touch, you can have a block in between them. They don't have to touch. You just want to be feeling tall in your spine, active in your core. You may want to float your hands up as you look to find space and length. And when you're ready to exhale with the tight belly to spine, allow yourself just to hinge forward, slowly, slowly. Hinge forward. Your hands can guide you towards the mat. If you prefer, you can also put a block to meet you halfway. Just really allow your body to sink into this position, feeling the activation, the sensation in your hips and the low body. Breathing in, finding length. On each exhale, squeezing your belly to spine and allowing to keep active as you slowly sink down deeper into the posture. Inhale, length. Exhale, slowly sinking down. Belly towards your spine. Come out about halfway. Pause. Take a breath. As you exhale, go ahead and come back up. And let's put your legs forward. Bringing your right knee towards your chest. We're going to set up for a seated twist. Level 1. Your foot is on the inside of your left thigh. The most important part, if you want to progress to level 2, you need to keep both of your sit bones grounded. As we progress also to level 3, if at any time your sit bones are off the ground, you can either put a blanket underneath there, or you need to dial it back to the previous level. Your right knee is bent over, and so your right hand now becomes your kickstand. Pressing down into the ground beneath you, allowing you to grow tall in your spine. Inhale, finding length as you reach. Exhale, your left elbow comes to the outside of your right knee as you twist towards your right. Tall in your spine, length in your posture in your back. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, allow your body to open up to the spine, to the twist. A little more. Twists are a wonderful way to detox your body. It stimulates every part of your spine. When you're ready, go ahead and slowly come out. Coming back, calibrating towards the other side for a little micro bend. Coming back to center. Now switch to the other side. Left knee squeezes in. You can either stay here on the inside of your right thigh, it can come to the outside. You set up whatever is right for you. You're done, come here. Come down to your back. Feel good to do your chest. Hips are glued to the mat, knees are coming up. As you breathe, feel the back of your rib cage grounding into the mat behind you. Exhale, pull your knees to your chest. Next, at the end of your breath cycle, go ahead and drop your hands, your legs down. Walk your feet in behind your glutes. You can touch your ankles. We're going to set up for bridge pose. I also like to do bridge with block my inner thighs so that I don't overly press down through my glutes, but remain active. So maybe you want to do that as well. Shoulders can either be are firmly pressed into the ground. There's space in your head, your neck, and your chest have space. You can inhale, raising your torso. You also may want to put a block underneath your hips, depending upon how restorative you want this to be. But as you inhale, pressing down into your feet, knees are moving forward, allowing you to find more and more space on each exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Allow your left foot to move to your mat. Squeeze your right knee to your chest. Take a few breaths to feel your belly and your thigh massage one another with each breath. Feel the connection. Feel the energy in your thigh beginning to build, and then slowly, as you release, bring your knee over your hips and guide it to the left as you twist for Supta Matsyendrasana. When you're ready, inhale, leg comes through center, exhale, comes over for sunken tree. Left foot in. Left leg comes to the outside. Twisting, feeling your body to the right. Again, another twist. Same benefits as before, just not as much work. When you're ready, let's do one inversion, whether that is a shoulder stand or legs up the wall, with a little block underneath your hips. Whatever's the right inversion for you. If you're doing a shoulder stand, you want to just be sure you protect your spine. You will have space between your chin and your chest. Belly in. Your knees are going to kip up. You can support yourself. Supporting yourself with your shoulder triangle, shoulder gate, shoulder cage, the back of your shoulders. Maybe you come into plow. When you're ready to exit, slowly come Come down. Set up for Shavasana. Spreading out on your mat, finding as much space as you need, moving anything around, any props that you need, just take up space, allowing yourself to disconnect, to just breathe, to swaha, let go. As you begin to relax, perhaps releasing any tense, release your gaze, release your Ujjayi breath, no longer constricting the throat, just allow yourself to just be. When you're ready, wiggle your fingers, come in for a full body stretch. Rotate into your favorite side for a fetal position. Pressing down, allow yourself to rise, coming to the front of your mat. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. To each of you and to this earth, namaste. Thank you for coming to practice with me.